Okay. Time for that weekly analysis. As usual, I will start on the DXY. Okay, some very interesting stuff. Let's just see what kind of time frames we have opening up very soon. We have a new 1 day, and of course a new 1 day. We have a new 2 day on Monday. And we have a new, no new 2 week and no new 3 week. Okay, we're in the new 6 month, and we're gonna have a new 7th month. In another 1 more week, we're gonna have a new 7 month. So just have a quick look at that. What can we see in terms of expectations? Nothing basically, based on this time frame. Okay, we do have that range. Again, we came into a yearly gap up here, structural. We came into a yearly gap, more on a candle basis, but yeah, we've had a bit of a bounce, and we have a bit of an expectation on a lower time frame. Okay, new month. All right, seems we retraced down, and we're pushing up. Okay, so it looks like we're going to reach this monthly gap here, and yeah, just let me enable this on the 1 month time frame. Yeah, 50% of the range. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice stuff. Going down, not going to have a 3 week. Okay, the 3 week came into a gap. It's respecting that. Looks like it's going to move up. Same with the 2 week. The 1 week looks nice. Looks nicest. Okay, we came into this 1 and 2 week fair value gap. Overall, there's a fair value gap in here as well. I'm just noting the new week opening gaps here. Leave this away. I don't think we're going to get there. And what I like here is that we've created a, turn this off. Yeah, candle OB here. So we had a up candle, down candle, up candle. Just going to annotate this whole area. Okay. Any new dailies? No. New 2 day, that's about it. But we're going down the time frames. Very nice. We had this on the 4 day, respecting it. Okay, on the weekly also we just created it. 4 day, are we going to, so on the 4 day you can see we had this here. We already had that retracement in the 4 day, and we pushed up. On the weekly, we created that, but the week hasn't opened. So where would we retrace to? Okay, we already have this kind of block here on the side. So, you know, it already had this consolidation and then a quick move up. So we don't need, it's already efficiently painted here. When we think of the, you know, painting a wall narrative, we came up and we came down. So we quite efficiently painted, and we go one last time up. We don't need to come down again. We're done. Maybe a little bit over here. And then let's go to the next area where we're going to paint. Okay? We're going to go to the next area. So I don't think we're going to get much of a retracement. Let's go. 4 day was nice. 2 day, 1 day. Oh, all right. So that was the 1 week. Let's refine. We're on the 1 day. We have this. This is an order block, but also somewhat of my Slingshot kind of PD array, where it's basically an order block that gets created immediately after trading into a fair value gap. So there's no fair value gap here. It's kind of like, you know, almost a gap, but there's not. For me, that's kind of okay. It's kind of close enough. I just want to bring your attention to this area. We did come back again, respecting this area. So what do we have now? We have this. We do have a gap here. I'm just going to note the gap here just in case. And here is the 1 day. 1 day. 1 day. Normally I would call it candle or candle fair value gap, but I'm just making it quick here just so I know what time frame this is on. All right. 12 hour. All right. Okay. Okay, so we had that 1 day. And now we have the 12-hour here. We have the 12-hour also. 12-hour OB. And give me a second. Okay. So we should, I know it's a new week, so we can expect some kind of, you know, accumulation, manipulation, distribution kind of thing. But that it doesn't have to like go down at the start of the week and then end and then retrace. You can have all sorts of combinations for a power of 3 type of candle, and sometimes you don't get any wick. Yeah, like this one here. Ended there, and then only later in consequent candles do we come down and to this area. So just looking at this over here, we have this 12-hour. Come on, 12-hour. So we shouldn't retrace much when we create this. We had this down move, red candle, down move, up candle. So we shouldn't have to retrace very much. Generally, what we can expect, most of the time, it's like this. You'll see it too once you start observing things like this. Okay, I'm not saying it has to retrace into this box. What I'm saying is this OB is created. It could just do this, but it most likely it's not going to come like down here in the next candle. Maybe later, it's possible, but we're already creating these blocks. Okay, look at it. The up, down, up, down, up, down. Shouldn't have to come here. By all means it can. If it does come there, I'm like, you know, putting in more risk than normal, because that's quite a deep retracement. Now let's see what that looks like on Euro. Euro is also very nice. Okay, we had this daily order block here, retraced and then expanded down. I was in a position, I got out because it was getting late and it's the weekend. But yeah, basically I was in a short. I retraced pretty high and I was like, okay, I just got to get out, and it came all the way down. Some buy side here on the 15-minute, took that out, closed here. It could come back up just to, you know, take out the previous week's high, which is here. Or we could just gap down, right? Can take this, the sell side here as well. So it could come down, maybe come up and then down, you know, it could create like equal lows here, over here I mean, and then you get more sell side. Things like that can happen. Okay, but you don't have to know every single thing. If you want to wait at a specific area, just wait for price to get to that area, then take a trade. Okay, but on a higher time frame, this is a 12-hour. We had a 1 day up here. Now we have a 12-hour up here, down here, and it looks pretty good. Okay, this was the 1 day. So the 12-hour looks good, equal lows, juicy, goosey, boosey. And we have, as mentioned, my targets are okay, maybe something like this because of this trend line here. Okay, but I don't need to worry about that. Where am I targeting now? We came here, distribution. We should come down to around 50%. Okay, if it's really bullish, it might stop before 50, but it should come down to 50, and at least I want us to touch these high points on this 3 month. You can go to the 1 month, it's going to be the same, but you can see there's no there's an inefficiency here on the 3 month. Okay, so it's all fractal. It's all fractal, meaning it's the same kind of concept on any time frame. On the monthly, it's not there. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's efficient, because on the 3 month, it's not. We targeted the John Wick list over here, hit that, retracement up here, and I think we're gonna push down. And we have this monthly gap as a consideration. over here. But mainly, this is the 1 month. Mainly, I want to be targeting this high here. This was done. This high here. So we do have like 100 pips, 150 pips. It goes as deep as here. That's 300 pips to be had. And the question is, are we going to move up? So we have this 3 week not yet closed, 2 week like this. 2 week is also not yet closed. 1 week is like this, and this is also a 1 week gap up here. 1 week PD array. My only concern is that we did not come up to this order block. I'm not saying we have to, but it could be very bearish, and we could just come down from here. Okay. So you know, the pound has been a little bit stronger, and you can see that on the Euro GBP. The Euro GBP has gotten a bit of a bounce, so we could see the pound actually. Let me see if there's anything here. This is a bit thick. Came into this sell side gap. Two-day, 1 day, 1 day. This is an R2F gap here on the 1 day. 1 day. R2F gap is basically a fair value gap with a wick to the left. So that's one of my PD arrays that I've coined that has a higher probability than others to get a reaction from. Okay, this is an R2F gap. It has a wick immediately to the left. It's not too high and it's not kind of too low. You know, it can be a little bit higher, it can be a little bit lower, but something like this normally has a good chance of getting a bounce. Okay, depends on the context as well. So I just want to be wary if price comes down here. See Euro gaining some strength, and pound would be getting less strength than the Euro, right? If Euro British pound is going up, then generally the pound would be, you know, making less gains. If they're both going up, if Euro USD is going up and British pound USD is going up, then generally the Euro USD would be doing more if there was a bounce, right? Euro has been dropping a lot more than pound. As you can see, Euro has been dropping here and pound has been, I guess in this range over here. You can see Euro has been dropping quite significantly more than the British pound. Yeah, so I'm not going to look at all those other pairs there. Oil has been getting quite a bounce. If we look at this actual gap here, okay, quite a decent bounce. I don't know where it's going to go from here, but I do expect it to come down to the sell side sooner or later. It's just going to happen. Sooner or later, it could make another high first, for all we know, but I think it can come down there. Besides that, I got nothing much to say about this at the moment. We had this big move because of war, this choppy thing, and yeah, it could go anywhere. Gold. All right. Let's see, gold. 1 week. 1 day. Let me save this. I like this color. So let me save this as the OP. Okay. This was what? Time frame? 12 hours? Yeah. Okay. John Wickless on the 1 week here. We did hit that. We came down. Now we're at this area structurally. But we've created a bearish fair value gap here. So I mean the sell side here, and there's John Wickless on the 3 week. I think we're going to come here. I'll show you another one of my PD arrays that I've coined. Not really a PD array, but I guess you can call it a PD array because it's basically a pattern that I recognize. I call it the wick chair, which is basically it's basically doesn't have to be specifically a wick, but there's these 2 points and a down, a down or up move. So I call it a wick chair because it kind of looked like a chair from this, it's kind of like it's like a chair. Okay, stupid name, it doesn't matter, but it looks something like this. Sometimes the wicks are closer, and it would be depending on the time frame you are on. Where is it? Over here. Over here it looks like that. Okay, so price usually comes to the area. Initially I used it as price usually bounces from that area, so I can target that area as well. But at the same time, I want to be careful of, if I'm taking a short from this level to come down here, I want to be careful not to have like a tight stop, because we might get a bounce even if it were to come back after a little bit. Okay, so just to be wary. But yeah, that's one of my PDs. What's this, the 3 hour? Okay, so this already is a 3 hour gap here. Pop, 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 looks like we're closing below. We have this OB here. I would call it even like a breaker. Some people call it like a change in the state of delivery, whatever. Okay, so we had this up move, a down, up, down, closing below that. So we did take out the ERL would be here, but we also hitting this area here as well. But yeah, I think we would be moving lower, to be honest. We'll see what happens on the weekend. Maybe news gaps us lower, I don't know. But targeting there. Bitcoin looks like it's coming back down. I'm bearish on Bitcoin. I think it's going lower. It's quite a big move here, so it's hard to time where the top is in this situation. But what is this? 2 month? Yes, I remember. So we had this 2 month candle OB. What are my rules? We take out the low. Not much of a takeout, but this is a pretty fat candle OB. So, and what are we doing? Bouncing here? It's a weird place to just, okay, let's go up. It's a weird place. Just look at any chart. It's especially with the bodies. We're looking at bodies. Most likely we're going to come down. And there's a 7 month busy here. I'm incorporating this entire gap because gap is more of an inefficiency. So if anything is more significant, it would be this area. But I would look on like BTC USD. Yeah, the 7 month gap would be down here. Okay, but yeah, basically entering the 7 month gap. Yeah, we could come up again. Yeah, it depends. Let's see how this month closes. 2 week. Okay, nothing much to say here. We could move up again by all means. But I think if we do spike up again, the last spike is going to be the one that's going to make us go lower. I don't see us going higher yet. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm not really going to do analysis on indices. Don't really like too much. But all I can say is the sell side here should come down one more time because there's such a big inefficiency here. Should come down at least again. And then yeah, to see what happens from there. So yeah, that's the analysis. And yeah, so basically look for longs, shorts on euro, pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar usually as well. Swiss franc. Oh, we hit this area. That was a target I had, the 6 month candle CB. I see, we already got there. Okay, we have a 5 month busy as well. It's probably gonna get into there as well. Yeah, very nice stuff. Dollar CAD. Yeah, I haven't been doing much analysis on that, but generally, yeah, it can move against the dollar index. So this one's been, yeah, nice buy side there. Yes, looks very good. And basically short on gold, short on Bitcoin eventually as well. All right, that's it. Signing off. Ta-ta.